Kia ora. Does Christmas feel quieter this year? Not bad, not wrong, just different. Here in Aotearoa, the first land to greet the sunrise, it's summer. Long light, warm evenings. At the same time, much of the world is turning inward into winter, rest, contraction. This, my friends, made me think, and I wanted to pull some cards and sit with it, and sit with you to see why 2025 carries this feeling. Not to explain it away, just to understand it a little bit better. If you are feeling this too, you're not alone in it. Trust me, you're not alone. You don't need to do anything special here. If you have a pen nearby, you can use it. If not, that's fine too. This isn't about fixing the season. It's just about noticing where you are actually in it. So my friends, let's just pause for a brief moment and reflect. In Mauri understanding, breath is whole, life force. When whole slows, it reconnects with the Mauri, our inner balance. If it helps, you might quietly finish the sentence. Write it down or just finish it. This Christmas feels ... No need to make it sound good or special. Just this Christmas feels ... It's somehow that there's some sort of a rhythm that is not right. Something is just not working. Everything feels a little bit off. Everything feels a little bit different. It's as if there's no joy around. If things aren't steady. And now let's just take these cards and we're just going to shuffle them slowly and just try and get the energy. Just take a moment. And it just made me think as well about the reading that I did at some point. I'll link it in the description box below or at the end of the video, about why 2025 had to happen. Why it had to break to rebuild 2026. And do watch to the end. It really helps the algorithm. It really assists us. Because we're also feeling a little bit lost on YouTube at the moment, especially being a new channel. So there's some cards coming at the end that is very surprising. And it is absolutely amazing how these cards actually listened and they heard. Let's continue shuffling. Let's shuffle. And what I'm going to do is I'm first going to start by laying them out. The first 5 at the top. And then once I've done the first 5 at the top, I will then analyze them. And we'll then move on to the next row of 3, the next row of 2, and then the 1. And I'm not going to reveal the underlying card yet. It will be towards the end. So let's have a look and see if you guys know what that card might be. Let's cut. There we go. Let's cut. Okay. Take a breath. Deep breath. Let's have a look. Our first card is going to be the 8 of Pentacles. Pentacles coming up again. Second card, King of Pentacles in reverse. Just yesterday I did a reading as well, and King of Pentacles also came up in reverse. And that was about the 333s that I did yesterday. And just look at the Pentacles on the table. Card number 3. Center of it, Judgment. 4 of Cups. Let's just move this over. And 6 of Pentacles. So many Pentacles on the table. So many Pentacles on the table. Again, it's all earthly stuff. It's all about earth. It's all about earthly stuff. It's all about 3D stuff. So let's put these aside and let's look at the first card. The 8 of Pentacles. It feels like rhythm. More than emotion. A lot of people are still working. Not creatively. Not joyfully. Just steadily. Repeatedly. Look at them. Chopping away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just chopping away. Same old, same old, same old, same old. But he's sitting on that little wooden bench. He can decide if he wants to take time off. Because those Pentacles will still be there next year. It is continuously working. That little bench he can pick up, he can put it away. It's not cast in stone, he's not tied to it. If you have a look around his waist as well, his work clothes are still tied to him. And with those work clothes tied to him, it's easy. He just needs to undo those little laces at the back and can leave it all behind for now. And then also if we look here, right in the background, behind that little coat of his that he's still wearing, you'll see there's a little building in the background. That's home. Move to home. Focus on that for a little bit. Things will never be finished. Things are unfinished. Deadlines still linger. And the body hasn't quite told us it's allowing us to stop yet. It is hard for Christmas to arrive when effort hasn't loosened. Let's look at the King of Pentacles in reverse. Card number 2. There's a lack of ease around. A lack of security. Even those who are doing okay don't feel enough to fully relax. They're not settled. It's only the real 1%, but are they actually really settled? So celebration gets a little bit held back. It's a little bit more confusing. It is not consciously, more like a quiet instinct to stay guarded. In the upright, you can have it. You've got everything. But at the moment it feels like you've got to guard yourself. You don't want to overspend. You don't want to be worried. You're worried about money. You're worried about so many different things. So that is why you're a little bit guarded. And this card is also maybe telling us what you're spending over Christmas as well. Don't be elaborate. Don't go all out. Because you need, and you know you need, that security, and that things aren't as they normally seem. That, my friends, is what this King of Pentacles in reverse is telling us. Because only the real top people are the ones who's in the upright position. Judgment. Let's look at Judgment. And look how the Pentacles tie in together. The Pentacles is the work that you do, the slog that you do. But let's move on. Judgment. If you look at the card, it looks like a lot of people, it reminds me of the collective. And collectively, it's been a year of seeing more truth, more grief, more complexity across borders and across screens. There's constantly just something, but something is blowing out. It is, you can see the trumpet there. The trumpet is blowing out, and the trumpet is telling us that we need to know. We sometimes feel like we want to scream. Grief comes in many forms. Grief comes in the form of loss of people, loss of friendships, loss of money, loss of work, loss of stability, loss of security. Grief comes in many forms. Grief doesn't just have to be by losing a loved one, but also this ties in with the reading I did about grief and 2025 being the year of the Great Exit. I'll link it as well, where I personally have lost in our lives 19 people, and it's a loss and it's a big grief to deal with. And then you still got to deal with other complexities, and that awareness changes how we move through things. I don't think it cancels this Christmas, but it makes it harder. It makes it harder to be carefree inside it. We feel like we're standing outside. Let's have a look here at the Four of Cups. This doesn't feel like sadness. It feels like saturation. When the heart steps back because it's taken in enough. Look at the 3 cups in front of him. He's looking at them. Another cup is being offered to him, and he's not interested. He's not interested because there's so much in front of him. What is this cup being offered to him going to bring him? Is it good or bad? So he's just focused on those cups that's in front of him, on the slog. But here in the Southern Hemisphere, we're an outward energy. Long days, open windows, movement. But yet in the north, it's winter, and it asks for withdrawal and with rest. 2 different nervous systems are here at play. 2 different nervous systems are here at play. I noticed that the voice was a little bit out of sync here, but as I was saying, let's just try and bring it back into sync here. 2 different nervous systems are at work, 2 different rhythms happening at the same time. But look at the cup in front of you, and it's all looking airy-fairy for you at the moment. Everything looks like it's up in the clouds. Nothing is ahead of you. Everything is just hanging in the air. So take in a moment and look at that cup that is being offered to you. Because the 3 that's in front of you is all the troubles of the year. But this cup, don't be afraid of it. Embrace it. Embrace what is coming over this festive season. Because it might have something brilliant in for you. Something small. But we are feeling overwhelmed. And look how it ties in there with the work. Everything that is hanging over your head from work, all the deadlines that's still hanging around there. Knowing that you've got to finish certain things before you can actually enjoy the holiday season. That repetitive work that is there. And aren't we afraid that there's more trouble coming? And that is leading us into the King of Pentacles in reverse. Because that's also creating that uncertainty. Let's have a look here at the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. Giving feels uneven this year. Many are still offering time, money, emotional energy, but they're not really sure that they'll get anything in return for it, or what is actually to come of it. It always feels like, everything is just falling away. You're probably the person in the middle that is standing there and you are like giving, but it's all just falling away. Because nothing is being received, and it just feels unfair. It just feels uncertain. When generosity isn't balanced, joy becomes an effort. An effort doesn't feel like celebration. It doesn't feel like celebration. But if you turn the card upright, yes, it's still not balanced. It's still not even. But at least some is getting a little bit more than what others are. But it is still giving. But in reverse, it's all dropping away. You just feel that you give and give and give, and nothing is actually ever coming back to you. And that is why we are feeling this way. Let's work towards turning it around and returning balance. Take a breath, my friends. Let's breathe And let's see what the next 3 cards have got to hold for us. Page of Swords. Ten of Wands. The burdens. Death. But not death like in I'm dying. Death like the end of things. Coming to an end. Let's unpack here. Let's look at this page. This page is young, it's full of energy, but if you look at it, the wind is blowing in one direction. Look at the trees in the background. Look at the hair blowing in the wind. It's blowing in one direction. And what does he do? He's facing forward into the wind. Facing into the wind. That sword is always ready to strike. He's on guard. He doesn't know what is the end of the tip of that sword. It's uncertain. You see the tree how it's blowing. We are constantly busy with something here on earth, but we don't see the freedom of the little birds in the top. They've let go. They can ride the currents. They can flow. But we are stuck here. We are facing into the wind. And look how it's looking towards the Pentacles that's working. Looking towards the King of Pentacles. But he doesn't see the freedoms that's above him. He doesn't see what is in that Four of Cups that's on offer. And it feels like it's just constant information, constant opinions. Always needing to know, always needing to decide, always needing to respond. And Christmas unusually needs a little mental quiet to be felt. And it's been harder to find. It's really harder to find. And that's why I had to do this reading. Because it's not just me that felt like that. A lot of people around me in my circles felt like this. So don't be this page that you think that you've got to be young and full of energy and just keep going and always being on guard. It's not necessary. The Ten of Wands. There's a lot being carried into the season. Responsibilities. And responsibilities didn't pause for December. They just kept stacking. Joy didn't disappear. It has just gotten buried under what needed to be done. You can't see the wood from the trees at the moment. Your head is down in the graft. You are still having a look to see, I've got to finish, I've got to do this, I've got to do this. But if you look there's your house in the background. There's family in the background. We need to have a look at the family and stuff in the background. Look at the end goal. Forget about those burdens for a while. And focus on the home is what this is telling me. Focus on the home is what this is telling me. The burdens have been there. The burdens are carried. But be with your whānau. Be with your family. And if you're writing down or if you're taking notes, just write down for a moment. What am I carrying into this season? Is it working for me? Is it stressing me? Is it bringing me joy? Is it bringing me sadness? What am I carrying into the season? Is it? Take a moment. Think about it. Think about it. Just breathe. It's not that hard. Now let's look at this Death card. And this tells me, this card has come up again in another reading. It feels like it's the turning point rather than loss. It's a version of Christmas that demands brightness, perfection, or emotional clarity. And it's a cycle that's closing. It's the end of something. It is moving on to something brighter. If you look in the background, there's the sun coming out over the hill. There's something brighter. Because something else, and this ties in again with the 2025-2026 reading of why I had to break reading, where this card came up in. That's a must watch because it ties in so well with this card. The cycle is closing. And in Mauri wisdom, when the Mauri shifts, when life needs to move, what is ending here? Is it joy? Is it pressure? What is dying in this moment? But definitely make sure that it isn't joy that is dying in this process here. Make sure that it is the pressure that is dying. Don't put pressure on yourself to give the best and be the best over this time. Take time out for yourself. Take time for the family. Let's reveal the next two cards. Ace of Cups. Three of Pentacles. Again, Three of Pentacles have coming up. But before I reveal the last card, let's quickly have a look and see what the underlying is. I haven't presented the underlying card yet. So let's quickly have a look and see if we can see what the underlying card is. But I'm so happy to see that we've actually got the Ace of Cups here. And this Ace of Cups is telling me is what replaces, isn't smaller, it's quieter, more real. Look at the peace dove. Look at the peace at the top there. A single warm moment. One honest connection. That's enough for this year. Look at the calm overflowing. Let peace overflow. And then this brings us to the Three of Pentacles. This card isn't asking for big gatherings. It is suggested shared efforts. Doing something together without overextending. If you have a look here, you've got this craftsman, which ties in again with the Eight of Pentacles at the top, on a wooden bench as well. The 1%ers need us to create their craft, but that is causing us anxiety, and it makes us feel that we are constantly blowing into the wind like the Page of Swords. For a moment, we are actually, as the 1%, elevated above the lady that has got money, above the clergyman, but that little bench isn't forever. But yet, that bench is not cast in stone. That bench can be picked up and moved. Same as with the one in the the Eight of Pentacles. That bench can be moved. We slog away. But for a moment here, we are elevated. We are sharing in ideas. We've set a limit for Christmas. We're not overextending ourselves. We are going to a Christmas do, and we are literally just saying, we're not going to be placating to the wealthy and whatever. Everybody is paying the same price for the same gift. And it's set. A is not getting better than B. C is not getting better, and this is not outdoing the other one. And it is all just about being around friends. And the Southern Summer supports that. Presence instead of performance. And look here, underlying, 10 of Cups. Wow, the 10 of Cups. I'm just going to put it aside here, and we'll go into that in a moment. But let's have a look. Let's reveal the last card. Let's reveal the last card. Oh no, this card is trying to get me into trouble again. This card keeps popping up and it keeps wanting to get me into trouble. Let me just cover up. This card doesn't feel like a promise, but it's more like a direction. Hope returns slowly, quieter, less performative, more trustworthy. 25 clears the noise, and 26 lets meaning settle back in. Again, tied in with that reading. How amazing are these cards? Everything is balanced. It's quieter moments. It is that reflective moment. And know that you can be the star. That you need to take care of yourself first. And you need to reflect. You need to find that calm and that tranquility within. Hope returns, slowly but surely. And then, before I get into the 10 of Cups here, I'm going to have a last moment where we're going to pause, and I'm going to reveal a little mantra. But let's look here. 10 of Cups. Look at the joy. Look at the happiness. What is this card telling us? This card is telling us that we need to look ahead of us. That we need to look and find beautiful things. That we need to get away from the noise. We need to spend time with family. We need to get into nature. We need to find the rainbows. We need to find the joys. Celebrate your successes that you've got. Celebrate what you've achieved this year. And that little house in the background reminds me of being home, but it also tells me that we need to look at this Page of Swords, and we need to look at Judgment, and we need to make sure that we forget about those burdens, and we need to stop facing into the wind, and we must spend time with our collective, our family. Family doesn't have to be blood family. It can be whānau, it can be friends, it can be joyous people. I don't have a family anymore. They've all passed on. So my family have become my friends, and friends are family. That little house is telling me also, stay away from malls. Stay away from the noise that you got. Get into nature. Here with us it's been summer. Go for a walk on the beach. Go to forest trails. Go on hikes. In the Northern Hemisphere, I know it's cold, but find something you can do. Go and play in the snow. Go and build snowmen. Go and ski on the lake if the ice is still fine. So please make sure you check first. We don't want any accidents. Find an ice rink. Go out there. Go and be around people. Get around a fire. Toast marshmallows. Have fun. Be with family. This is what this card is. Celebrate your accomplishments that you've received. Be it a new home that you got. Celebrating that you can spend time at home. Because you don't have to be uneven. And don't overspend, because you can turn it into a King of Pentacles if you are careful. If you just spend with family, and don't let those burdens of overspending let you face into the wind and become more burdens for you for 2026. Stop looking into the wind, and things will balance out. Things will become more even. Things will stop feeling like they are falling away from you. Balance yourself. Take a moment and see that you don't have to go at the route of extravagance, but more intimate, more with people that you love. Because it's time for us to become the star of our family, the star of our whānau, the star of our friends. But most of all, be the star of yourself. And we will return balance, and balance won't collapse. This card here says it all. We need to restore that balance. We need to stop giving so much of ourselves and start receiving a little bit more. That is what this card is telling me. Look at the offering of the Four of Cups that's in front of you. It's telling you something. There might be something better. And if you do hear noises in the background, it is my wild ducks that have just decided to come and visit us. And they are busy eating. If it's not my dog, it's the wild ducks. So just do excuse the noise, because they eat my dog's food. Let's see if the cards have got one more thing for us to tell. One more message. One last message. One last message. Come on, cards. Give us one last message here. One last message. Breathe. One last message. That card wants to pop out. What is it? Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups. Look at that. Nine of Cups right next to the 10 of Cups. Celebrate your accomplishments because you've done a lot. But don't be greedy. Don't be boisterous. Don't be in your face. Save what you've accomplished. Relish in that, but share it with family. Be cautious. Don't be, oh, this is mine, I've done everything. Because remember, he's sitting on a little wooden bench. That little wooden bench can be pulled from underneath him. And remember, that wooden bench is coming up right at the top with the 8 of Pentacles as well as the 3 of Pentacles. So be careful. That little bench can collapse, but stay steadfast. Celebrate what you've got. Share it with family because you've earned it. You've deserved it. You've deserved it, my friends. So don't let this season feel like it is not Christmas. Yes, it's not Christmas in the sense we know it, but it is changing. It's different. Celebrate the difference. Celebrate the difference. So now I'm going to end. One last moment to pause. Repeat after me. I release the pressure to perform joy. I receive the light that fits my life. I honor the season I'm actually in. I honor the season I'm actually in, my friends. Write it down. I will make sure that I leave it in the description, and I'll leave it here on the screen for you as well. Just going to repeat it one more time. I release the pressure to perform joy. I receive the light that fits my life. I honor the season I am actually in. And this, my friends, from the first land to greet the sunrise. This isn't Christmas disappearing. This is Christmas changing. So all my blessings to you, and I will definitely see you before Christmas, but let this message resonate with you. Thank you for watching. If you've been to the end with us, it really helps the algorithm. Give us a like, give us a share, give us a follow, press the notification bell, and let's grow this channel together with positive messages. Love you all, blessings to you all, and I really appreciate you being here with us. See you soon, all the way here from Aotearoa, New Zealand. Goodbye.